aspect of learning by teaching, there must be normally 2 students as a tandem to work together, because then you learn to work something as a team. It's also a future skill. And so you will start with your presentation.
So yeah, we need to be ready for all the possibilities happening in the world. So that's why we need to prepare the future skills. Yeah, I believe there are a lot of definition of the future skills itself. And in the next slide, I'll show you there are 2 meaning or 2 definitions of the future skills. The first is the skills that we should have to face the demands of the future needs, as mentioned by, what's your name, sorry?
Answer.
Okay, thank you. And then competencies mentioned by Mbak Arni that allow individual to solve complex problems. Okay, this is individual, not in a team. In highly emergent context of action in a self-organized way and enable them to act successfully. So these are some definitions of the future skills, but I believe that you already have something on your mind when I'm talking about future skills. Can you?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Right.
Exactly.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, so how can university graduates, how can we prepare for the world of tomorrow? Okay, so based on some reports about future skills, we are paying attention on the future learning and future higher education. Maybe we can think about some system of the education or maybe teaching method. One of them is what we have been doing today about learning by teaching. Yeah, and then based on the changes in the job market, challenges in our societies because of the globalization and technological drivers, there are a lot of relevant studies being done by the experts, by the researchers. But however, there are a lot of failure. They are failing in capturing the meaning of the future skills itself. Usually when people are hearing the word of future skills, they will only minimize the meaning the future skills become to the digital skills, right? Because usually what we think when something is growing, it's all about digital, but it's actually totally wrong. We need to make it, we need to see it in a wider picture, in the bigger picture. So, for example, this is the future skills, and this is the digital skills. So there are a lot of things that we need to prepare. Other innovations, creativity, competences, and others, and etc. Okay, so please be ready for the future skills. Next is about some surveys that have been done by the expert, will be delivered by Mas.
Thank you, Manis. So the main point is that we should have good educational system. If we have good educational system, of course, in the future, we will be able to create good generations. Let's have a look at the next slide, please. Let's take a look at this. This is about Delphi survey. Every one of you, please take a look at that. Delphi survey takes a broader view and go beyond digital skill demands. It means that at present time, most people focus on digital. They always think that digital is the best, like that. And meanwhile, we have so many skills that we must not ignore. And then the second, the approach elaborates on an expert's informed vision of future higher education. So for higher education, especially university, we should have some visions. What are the visions? We can think it over. We should think it over about the visions that we're going to do for the future. How we can create good generations and how we can create good graduations. And then the third, let's have a look at the third one. Opinions from an international experts panel of almost 50 experts from higher education and business. So this kind of survey has been commented for more than 50 experts all around the world. And then the next, please. Take a look at this passage. Take a look at this passage. Outlines the 4 signposts of change which will shape the learning revolution in higher education and presents a first model of future skills for future graduates. So in here we try to focus how to create good graduations and how to create good future generations. And then the next, we should focus on what? Let's have a look. The degree of relevance and the time frame of adoption for future skill, future higher education scenarios and driving pillars of change. So if in education we have good scenarios, medias, methods of the learning, of course, we will make some change in the future for our education. Nice time to you to continue. Please go on.
Okay. So as we already discussed before about the future skills, one of the focus is the future learning. And today we are doing this. We are doing the learning by teaching method. And I believe that you already got something on your mind about what is actually learning by teaching method. Let's go to the next slide. This is one of the description about learning by teaching. It is a mode of learning where students are expected to have to comprehend materials, and then they can prepare and do the presentations to teach their peers. Like I am not your teacher, but I am trying to teach here, and you are my peers. And this method is intended to help the presenter enhance her or his own understanding of the material. And learning by teaching is actually encourage students to take on the role of a teacher in order to enhance their learning experience through collaboration. Okay, and this education-based method actually can help learners build on their creativity. You can be more creative. You can make some PowerPoint slide or maybe other method that you can show to your peers. And then we also can learn about communication, presentation skills, which are valuable in the modern workplace.
This is going to be our last slide. This is my last passage. Okay. What kind of skills should we have for the future? At least we need to have 5 kinds of skills to create successful teaching and learning. The first is literation, and then the second is critical thinking. The third is collaboration. The fourth is communication, and then the last one is creativity. I will tell you one by one. Okay, literation. For instance, as a teacher, you try to perform video in front of the students. Yeah, as a lecturer tries to perform videos in front of the students, and then they are supposed to watch the video. While they are watching the video, I think the students should think critically. This is the second phase, critical thinking. After that, the teacher or the lecturer should divide the students into several groups. This is the phase of collaboration. So the students should talk to their friends, they should talk to their groups, not only to their groups, they must also try to talk to other groups. Then they also communicate their ideas to the teachers or to the lecturers. In this phase, it is called communication. So they have to communicate their ideas, not just sit on their chair and then be silent, they don't do anything. Yeah. And then the last one is creativity. What is creativity? Creativity means when a student can create a product. Yeah, when they can create a product, it means that they are very creative. This is the phase of creativity. Is that all? Is that all, right? Yeah, that's all our presentation. I'm afraid it's time for us to leave because the time is over. Thank you very much for consulting to us. Thank you very much for your time. See you again. And now I'll give the time back to Mrs. Margret Ruep from Germany. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
It's very perfect because we have very perfect because we have 3 minutes to give you feedback. Yes, the first is what I want to say. It was really impressive. Perfect. Perfect. It's wonderful. So after this, you have seen both of them, Anis and Nova, were in the role of a teacher. And everybody during lessons, during a time of weeks, for example, should have the chance in a class to come into this role of a teacher. And then, what do you learn if you are in the role of a teacher instead of sitting here at the moment? What do you learn? What do you think? Maybe you cannot say it in English. You could say it in your own language and someone will translate.
I learned from the confidence from Mas Nova. He is really confident and can deliver her ideas in such clear pronunciation in English, so we can understand it well.
They have done it very well. Because before we had to have time to prepare something, to speak about this, and the teacher, if I would be the teacher, I am someone who is a consultant, a facilitator behind. We had email contact before, you have made a presentation, sent it to me, I give you feedback, and you did it once more, you changed something, and then now it was really perfect. And what was perfect? The content, the topic, I think everybody could understand. A very good presentation to make it more visible and clear. And then how you were here as a personality, self-confident, and to give you the idea, I'm the teacher. This is what you both have done. Really very, very perfect. Then you have this picture, and these are the future skills profiles, as you have explained, from 50 professors all over the world who have researched and investigated what future skills are very important. And then you find a red line, a blue line, and a green line. And in the blue line there are many more competences, because if you see subject development related, this is personality, for example, and then there's an organization related line and an object related line. And so you know, because of your paper, blue, red, 2 times blue and red and green, what you have to do. And you find the tasks from 1 to 5 on your paper. And now you should please think about the competences which you have which you have here. You can see it here, and you can look to the picture as well. And then there are tasks, and you should first read what are the tasks, what should you do. You should first individually think about the competences, then you should speak about this and discuss what this means, and at the end you should write it together, what you have thought about it, the conclusion on this paper. And then after this you will, as group, present to the others what you have found out. Okay?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes. Very clear.
Okay, so start.
We got subject development related. That's from this one. Ethical competence, ambiguity competence, initiative and performance competence, and decision competence. We discuss about experiences we got from our childhood, and then from our classes, and from our discussion we practice that ethical competence that we agree that's about openness or open-minded, and then politeness, so be polite, and then good-looking appearance. Maybe in this term we are Muslim or Muslimah, so we our aura. And then we have in ethical competence that must be about time, that's punctual. And then from the second ambiguity competence, maybe Mas Nova can explain.
Okay, thank you for the time. You know that we have got 4 points. The first is decision competence, and the second one is initiative and performance, and then the third, ambiguity competence, and then the fourth is ethical competence. The first competence, ethical competence, had been explained by Mbak Isna. Now the second is ambiguity competence. I and Mr. Agus, yeah, we will try to explain this together because he knows more about ambiguity competence. Yeah, okay. The first point from ambiguity competence is, you know, emotional intelligence. So everyone should have emotional intelligence so that they can be, you know, balanced in doing everything. And then
number 2, integrated knowledge of science and critical thinking and a good personality.
yeah, okay, so we should have good personality, no matter how smart we are. But if we don't have good attitude, we don't have good personality, so it's just something, you know, useless, right? Okay, please. The third one, you can read the second. Just read. You can read this number 2. It has 4 points. Okay, 4 points.
In number 2 is leadership and performance competence. In decision have 4 points. Number 1 is good personality and self-confidence. Number 2 is public speaking. And number 3 is critical thinking. And number 4 is curiosity. Yeah, curiosity.
So, what is meant, number 1? What is meant by curiosity? Willing to know. When there is something new, we should be willing to know, and then we learn. Don't be in a safety zone. If you are just in a safety zone, of course, we won't get any progress in the world. So, when there is something new, for instance, I'm not good at IT, but I want to know about it. I want to learn more. I ask people about this, so I am willing to know. That's what we call by curiosity. Then please.
And then for the last is decision competence or competence to make some decision. First, experience and speed thinking, self-actualization, courage, and appreciation.
Finished? Yeah.
Digital literasi very important, but have a good personality, very important, and how in class teacher give an insight transaksi, recent transaction in teacher and student, and give attitude values.
This is what we have discussed. So now I think we get maybe a problem with the time. This is reality as well. It's very important that each group can present what they have discussed. Would be very interesting to discuss after this. Maybe we have no time, but it will be possible to go on with. Ibu Nur, you will tell how it will be continued. Thank you very much. number 2, please. And now it's really important and respectful, even if we have not so much time to listen to what they have discussed. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For this time, our group will present about reflective competence. Reflective competence is about someone's ability to choose knowledge that she or he has been saved in his or her mind, and then they or she they use in the other time to solve the problem. This is about reflective competence. For example, in school, when the teacher don't have reflective competence, maybe they will be a bored teacher because they can do something by themselves like this. And then self-competence, maybe you will solve this.
After we do the reflective competence, then we will know about self-competence. Self-competence means the ability to rise ourselves when we fail on something, and reflecting our mistakes in order to grow and raise from our failure. We know that not everyone can take some decision directly. Sometimes we will find some mistakes, or maybe we are failing to do something, and after that we will know our self-competence. So in this case, after knowing our self-competence, then it will be better for us to improve ourselves.
After we know self-competence, we will have self-efficacy. That it means belief in the self-competence to achieve the goal. So it is people's belief. It is people beliefs. So a person with high self-efficacy feel challenges as in that are supposed to be measured rather than threats to avoid. And then after self-efficacy, we will get self-determination. Self-determination means ability in taking decision for every situation.
And then the last is learning literacy. It means that after we have the reflective competence, self-competence, self-efficiency, and then we have self-determination. It's an ability to determine something, and then we come to learning literacy. That means we got to enrich ourselves with the literacy, and it's based on our competence and based on our characters. So the literacy is not only on reading book, but we can literate on the situation. Maybe when we are teaching in a class, we can see and literate or reading the situation, what our mistakes, and we can fix it and to be better from it.
Can be experienced. That's all.
Next group, number 3, please.
which people give their meaning to their collective experiences.
Could you speak loud enough that everybody can hear you?
Sense making is the process by which people are giving meaning to their collective experiences. We realize and observe with the help of our sense, and we understand anything with the help of our sense. Okay? Sense making often involves gathering information, gaining and understanding of the information, and then using the understanding to finish the task. We can make our sense in the right way with the help of our collaboration, discussion on different topics. Apply our education in our daily life, share our knowledge and experiences together.
Next is the future analysis competence. Is the ability to master the current situation with courage for the new, willingness to change and forward thinking. Reference competence is the future mindset, readiness for development, ability to change oneself, critical thinking, and communication. And next,
Okay, we'll elaborate on self-determination. I mean self-determination as a person choice that we have on capacity to choose and have several choices. And in the self-determination, divided to three. The first one is autonomy. These people feel that she has own control of herself. And the second is relatedness. This is like relation, social relation. In interacting with other individual or community, we have to communicate each other. And the third is competence. Individual skill to show what we can give or we can assist each other.
For cooperation competence. As the future skills relates to the ability and disposition to cooperate and collaborate in the cultural themes, either in face-to-face, digitally supports interaction within or between organizations. The example, if it is student active listening skill, If the business rating for impact and influence, decision making. Thanks.
Communication competence is the ability to achieve communication goals in a social. For example, communication competence is written communication, listen and understand our friends. You discuss, you presentation, and you listen. There is communication competence.
No? That's the last one. So, the next
Okay, we are from the last group. The group 4 will present about the object related to the future skill profile. Actually, there are 4 points here. The first is about digital literacy. The second is system competence. The third is innovation competence. And the fourth is about design thinking competence. And each competence will be delivered, will be presented with our group. So please, the first digital literacy will deliver with you.
Okay, thank you so much. And number 1 is digital literacy. So that's why it is digital literacy is the skill where communication and access information increase through digital technology. Or we can conclude it to be able to understand and use technology. As we know, because in this era we have the technology going fast so much. Yeah. So why this is a very important to learn in the future. And digital literacy, the importance of digital literacy is allow us to find, create and use to information in online and to be a productive and useful way, or the useful person like share some information. And the example is because I am the writer, so I really use this digital literacy, like I share so many information like article or maybe news for thank you. And the second one will be a system competence. Thank you.
Please, about system competence. System competence is an ability to understand personal, psychological, social, and organization systems. For example, I as teacher, if there is a student has problem, we as a teacher try to solve the problem for the student. Okay, the next innovative competence. Okay, the next innovative competence.
Thank you. In simple level, innovation is turn something of low value to high value. And on another level is innovation is using innovation thinking to develop different and unique ways of combining various resources. And in design thinking, in creative and innovative innovation will never stop. We must be able to change our ideas when the market changes. It means we need innovative competence.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Design thinking competence and ability to solve problem in different ways, and ability to develop product innovation. Example, making skills are design thinking and competency. Recently had a thoughtful engineering and discussion with Margret and around design thinking where person and vision. Interested with from the different culture, social, economic, modern education, social, ethnic. Vegan is the way the English understanding of other needs, challenges, and barriers. Created design thinking environment that incorporates our state in the design competence thinking.
Okay, I mind in design thinking, your creative process and innovation will be stopped. You must be able to change product and ideas when the market changes. Because the market is always changing, your product will never end. Thanks.
Okay, that's all our information about object related to future skill profile. Thank you.
So, we have used more time than planned sometimes, but now I want you to listen once more for some minutes. First what I want to say is I'm really very happy. I have seen that the world in a very good attitude, good mood with all the others. All of you have worked together. It's a really good team playing or teamwork, and I hope you have understood that you work with a topic, so you learn something about a topic, but you learn it in different activities. Today it's only 2 activities. In teaching by learning you have a lot of different activities. Every teacher has ideas how he could do it. And today it was instruction on the one hand with activating the others. All of you maybe were a little bit too shy to say something. And what it's really great is that you are in a foreign language. You have to do it in a foreign language. This is not easy with such an issue, such a topic. And on the other hand, you were really active. Each of you were active at the end. And it would be very good. I have spoken with Ibu Noor. If you could do some interviews after this lesson to to make sure what each of you has experienced, what is your impression? What would you say about this kind of activating during your studies? Because you cannot learn competencies or performance without doing it. In Germany we say sometimes, because everybody has a bicycle, you learn going by bicycle by going by bicycle. You cannot learn it by reading a book about going by bicycle. You have to do it. And of course you have to learn a lot of things theoretically. But if you go in a practical field, in a job, whatever, you have to perform, you have to have some competencies. And this is what you could learn or you should learn in such situations, which are possible also in the normal lessons, I hope. Maybe you want to say something, because of the interviews after this lesson, or I don't know.
Which one is better to interview after the lesson?
Yeah, only the information. I got only the information that is to follow or should follow. Yes. Okay.
Well, everyone, thank you very much for your time. And this will be a collaborative research later with Ibu Ruep. So the next thing after this session, not today, but we will set up later. I know that you are very tired probably because you need to think about this new method which is interesting and you have to discuss with your friends. So I'll probably invite you by WhatsApp text. Yeah, we will have I will do such an interview about your feeling, about what do you think about this way, how did you feel, yeah, and also about critical things. If you think there is something that you need to say to us, so this will be very meaningful for us. Is it okay? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So keep in touch, and I hope that you are not feeling bad, that you are free, that you are welcome with the following action after this. Besides the interview, probably we will also need you to write the feedback in such a questionnaire or in a written way. Yeah, and we will inform you again, of course, next time. Thank you, all in all. Yeah, I'm so happy. Everybody active. Yeah, no matter you are from different study program. Yeah, but it seems that you can work together. So well done. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.